Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank Mr. Forbes for his amendment, and I appreciate his first paragraph that says it's a sense of Congress that individuals currently detained in Guantanamo shall not be transferred or released into the sovereign territory of the United States. Now look at both of the amendments that we have, Mr. Forbes, and then yours, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate what you've been trying to do to bring forth something different. But in your explanation of your amendment, you talked about how the President has to submit a plan, how there has to be a risk assessment of a risk, and then you talked about how the President shall consult with the Chief Executive of the states, and it just says consult, and then I thought I heard you say that Congress would have some say-so over this, but in looking at the amendment, it bothers me that we're saying the President will just consult with the Chief Executive. In my state, in Oklahoma, our legislature actually voted through a resolution saying that the state of Oklahoma did not want to have any of these detainees, enemy combatants in our state. So it seems to be that this would take away our state's rights for our people to say we don't want them in our state, but yet we're saying the President has full authority to make that decision, because all he has to do is submit a plan, assess the risks, and then consult, and then just act upon that. And it appears to me that Congress has no say-so in the approval of his plan, that we just give the President carte blanche to do whatever he wants to over our states. I heard one comment that was made that we have created more terrorists inside the walls of a prison than outside, but I thought Guantanamo was opened up after the attack upon our nation, 9/11, so I don't know how that happened. And in Oklahoma City, we have a federal transfer center that is located at our airport, at Rear Rogers Airport, in which prisoners are transferred in and out. And we've been talking about whether the prisons are safe or not, whether we could house these detainees and terrorists in our prisons inside the United States on sovereign land. But while I have great respect for our prison guards, our system, and the safety and the procedures that we have in place, it seems to be, after living in a state that's had an attack by a terrorist, Timothy McVeigh, and seeing 168 people who were killed in the Murrah building, to think about how we might house enemy combatants at our Rear Rogers Airport, at our federal transfer center next to our airport, where we had an attack upon our nation where at 9/11 the terrorists flew in the airplanes into buildings, and here we are talking about putting possibly some of these terrorists at our airport. It just seems to kind of be a risk for our community. I'm sure it would be a big splash if some of the terrorists around the world were able to come into Oklahoma City to a federal transfer center, fly into our airport, and break out the terrorists that could possibly be housed there. That would certainly give them impetus for more recruiting. So I just have problems with this amendment, and I hope that we'll consider Mr. Forbes' amendment.